The Edison phonograph machine. When you listen to music, how do you usually do it? I know I personally have apps on my phone, and I press it and turn on Bluetooth, and then it comes out of a speaker nearby. That wasn't always the case. At one time, I used an iPod, which was still digital and pretty easy to use, but not quite as easy as my phone, and the sound wasn't as great. When I was in college, we had a Discman, a portable disc player that we would have to carry and put our discs inside. Before the Discman, we had the disc player that also had a cassette player and a radio. And this was semi-portable. We would carry it with us wherever we would go and wanted music. When I was in junior high school, we had the Walkman. We used cassette tapes and a portable player to listen to music on our cassette tapes. The cool thing about the Walkman was that you could also record on it. Before that, we had the boombox. Yes, we actually carried those huge devices on our shoulder to listen to music. And then whatever we listened to, everyone else had to listen to also. When I was a little girl, my family had a stereo console. It was actually a piece of furniture, and we would play albums on the stereo console. We also had record players. The problem with record players was that the records would get scratched, and then if you'd try and play your record, the music would skip. Long before record players and boomboxes, there lived an inventor named Thomas Edison. Thomas Edison has been called America's greatest inventor. He invented things that you may not realize, but that you use all the time. He invented the motion picture, so anytime you go to the movies, you can thank Mr. Edison. Another great invention by Mr. Edison was the light bulb. We use light bulbs every single day. He also invented the phonograph machine, which allowed you to play music at home. The phonograph machine used wax cylinders that would be inserted into the machine, and when a needle ran over them, the sound would come out. Our good friend Mr. Wensler owns an Edison machine, and typically at the end of the school year, he would bring his machine into our classroom and share with us a lesson on the Edison machine. Since that wasn't possible this year, he shared a clip with me so that you could at least hear what the Edison machine sounded like. Do some of your own research on the Edison machine, and do some research on other things that have changed over the years. Think about how they were then and how they are now. Add pictures of things that have changed to our Padlet. You'd be surprised at how many of our everyday objects have gone through some major changes through the years.